Deep neural networks function with input layers, hidden layers, and output layers. AI modeling for sales by and AI with training data set. Pradeep K. Suri. Author and researcher. Deep neural networks, DNNs, are a class of artificial neural networks that consist of multiple layers of interconnected nodes, each layer serving a specific purpose. DNNs are widely used in various domains, including sales, business intelligence, BI, and AI. Let's break down how DNNs function with input layers, hidden layers, and output layers, and how they can be used for sales by and AI with training data sets. 1. Input layer. The input layer is the first layer of a DNN. Its purpose is to receive and process the raw input data. Each node in the input layer represents a feature or attribute of the input data. The input layer has as many nodes as there are input features in your data. 2. Hidden layers. Between the input and output layers, one or more hidden layers can be present. The hidden layers are where the neural network learns complex patterns and representations from the input data. Each node, neuron, in a hidden layer takes input from the previous layer, applies weights and biases, and passes the result through an activation function. The number of hidden layers and the number of neurons in each layer are hyperparameters that you can tune to optimize the network's performance. Deep neural networks are characterized by having multiple hidden layers, which allows them to capture hierarchical features in the data. 3. Output layer. The output layer is the final layer of the neural network. It produces the network's predictions or outputs based on the learned features from the hidden layers. The number of nodes in the output layer depends on the problem you are solving. For regression tasks, it may have one node for a numerical prediction, while for classification tasks, it may have one node per class for multi-class classification. The activation function in the output layer depends on the nature of the problem. For regression, a linear activation may be used, while for classification, a softmax activation for multi-class or sigmoid activation for binary classification is common. AI modeling for sales by and AI with training data set. Now, let's discuss how you can use DNNs for sales, business intelligence, and AI with a training data set. 1. Data collection. Gather historical sales data, customer information, product details, and any other relevant data. 2. Data pre-processing. Clean, normalize, and pre-process the data. This includes handling missing values, scaling features, and encoding categorical variables. 3. Data splitting. Split the data into training, validation, and test sets. The training set is used to train the neural network, the validation set helps in hyperparameter tuning, and the test set assesses the model's generalization. 4. Model design. Define the architecture of your DNN, including the number of input nodes, hidden layers, and output nodes. Choose appropriate activation functions, loss functions, and optimization algorithms based on your problem, example regression, or classification. 5. Training. Train the DNN on the training data set using techniques like stochastic gradient descent, SGD, or ADAM. During training, the network adjusts its weights and biases to minimize the chosen loss function. 6. Validation and hyperparameter tuning. Monitor the model's performance on the validation set and adjust hyperparameters, example learning rate, number of neurons, to improve performance. 7. Evaluation. Evaluate the trained model on the test data set to assess its generalization to unseen data. 8. Deployment. Once the model performs well, deploy it to make real-time predictions or to generate insights for sales by. 9. Monitoring and maintenance. Continuously monitor the model's performance and retrain it periodically with new data to ensure it remains accurate and relevant. By using deep neural networks for sales by an AI, you can gain valuable insights, make predictions, and optimize sales strategies based on historical data and learned patterns. The flexibility of DNNs allows them to capture intricate relationships in the data, making them a powerful tool for sales-related tasks.